Hello and welcome to my channel. This is a quick yoga flow you can do to start off your morning or anytime you need to hit the refresh button. Make your way down to your back with your arms and legs extended to start off your practice. And I'll invite you to allow your breath to become your main priority and focus as you take a deep inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. Releasing any expectations you have about how this practice should be or how you should be in this practice. Accept this moment for what it is. And the next time that you breathe in, use some of that energy to start to find some movement. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then as you exhale, let it go and soften back into stillness. And we'll do it again. So an inhale to find just a little bit of movement. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And as you exhale, stillness. One last time, inhale, invite some small movements in. And this time as you exhale, you can build some momentum here. Start to find a little bit more movement. Circle your wrists and your ankles. You can start to rock the head side to side, ear to ear. And we'll take a full body stretch on the next inhale, reaching the arms overhead and all the way back. Spread your fingers out wide, point your toes, take up as much space as you can. Exhale to hug it all in, knees towards the chest, hands on top of your knees. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders relaxed down on the mat. Press your tailbone down and just take a gentle rock side to side. And then flex your feet. Wrap your arms around the legs, behind the knees, and grab onto opposite elbows. And now hugging the legs tightly, tuck your chin to your chest, lift the back of the head and neck off the mat, squeeze the forehead in towards the knees, pull the navel in, and think about pressing the back of your heart down into the yoga mat behind you. So we get this really nice stretch across the upper back. Keep the feet active and imagine you're pressing the soles of both feet into an imaginary wall in front of you to increase the stretch. Taking one more inhale here, breathing into the back body. And as you exhale, soften and release. Plant your feet on the floor, keeping the knees bent, and put your hands down on the floor beside you. Exhale, firm your feet down into the mat, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up, finding your bridge pose. Shoulder blades stay on the floor. Hold your hips high at the top, and as you inhale, reach your arms overhead and all the way back. Now we're going to keep the arms there. Exhale, slowly lower the hips and tailbone back down. Keep the hips down and inhale, return the arms down by the sides of the body. Let's do it again with the breath. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, reach the arms up and back. Keep the shoulder blades down, keep the arms there, lower the hips down. And inhale, again, float the arms down to your sides. And twice more, one breath per movement. Exhale, hips lift. Hips stay. Inhale, arms reach back. Arms stay. Exhale, hips lower down. And hips stay. Inhale, arms lower down by your sides. Final round, really articulate through the spine as you exhale and lift the hips from the tailbone all the way up to the shoulder blades. Squeeze the glutes as you reach the arms back, fill up the lungs. Exhale, slowly lay the hips back down onto the earth. And inhale, arms down by your sides. Great work. And we'll just reach the right arm overhead. Drop your knees over to the right, rolling onto the right side of your body. Resting your head on your arm for a moment in this fetal pose. And use the support of your hands to press yourself up to a seated position. And as you find a cross-legged position, if you want some extra support underneath the hips, you can place a block underneath you or sit on the edge of a bolster or a blanket. And we're going to energize with a little back bend here. Place your hands on your knees, and as you inhale, you're going to pull back on the knees to draw the heart forward and firm up the shoulder blades on the back. And you can even lift the gaze up towards the sky, so we're opening across the heart. If you want more, place your hands down behind your hips. Continue to squeeze the shoulder blades and the upper arms in towards each other, projecting the heart open towards the sky. Take another directional inhale, so breathing down through the chest, the rib cage, into the belly. And as you exhale, release, come to a neutral spine. On your next inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, melt your hands down to heart center. Vigorously begin to rub your hands together. The idea is to create friction and a little bit of heat, building energy between the palms. Once you feel that, separate your hands, make a slight cupping shape, and bring the hands to hover just over top of the eyes without touching the face. Close your eyes. Breathe into this energy, this static electricity. Big inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. And let's repeat. Inhale, reach the arms out to the sides, all the way up and overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Vigorously start to rub your palms together, creating a little bit more energy and intensity the second time around. This time, separate your hands, cup them just hovering over the ears like you're holding invisible headphones, and imagine you're tuning in so much you could hear this static electricity between your head and your hands. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. For the last time, inhale, reach your arms out to the sides overhead, exhale, palms down to heart center. As vigorously as you can now, third time's the charm, wrap your palms together. 3, 2, 1, and then separate your hands, make a slight cupping shape. Hover your right hand over your heart, left hand just over the belly. Feel the energy, the aliveness, the tingling, the vibration of every cell in your body, reminding you that you are here, you are alive. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Lower your right hand down beside you. Start to bend into the right elbow as you reach up and over with the left fingertips. Inhale, come up through center, and exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up and over, stretching into the right side body. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over, flowing through again. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. One last time, movement and breath in conjunction. Inhale, center. Exhale, side body stretch, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, coming through center, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Then bring yourself back through center. Keep your hands separate. Reach all 10 fingertips up towards the sky. Turn your palms to face forward. Squeeze your hands into fists and then spread the fingers wide. And start to repeat this as fast as you can. And as you find this movement, reach your arms out to the sides and then back up and overhead, building sensation and a little bit of heat in the forearms. This is a great warm-up before we get into any tabletop or downward dog. Keep the shoulders strong on the back and use your breath to navigate any potential discomfort coming up. One more time, we're going to sweep the arms straight out to the sides and then extend the arms back up towards the sky. This time, bring your palms to touch overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands down, heart center. Keep your palms together, interlace your fingers, give the wrists a roll a couple times in one direction, a couple of times the other way around. And for this next part, keep your hands clasped, your fingers intertwined. Take your hands and hook them over the back of your head. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest, let the elbows droop forward and the spine round. And then as you inhale and start to open up the elbows, roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Open the elbows wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale to round back through center, elbows point forward, and go the other way. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder, open the elbows, open the chest. And you can take this and run with it, just letting the head roll side to side, getting into those muscles that are sometimes tough to reach in the neck, and then opening the chest at the top, feeling this widening of the collarbones of the chest. Keep the core slightly engaged so the lower back stays long. And we'll finish off this movement coming back through center, chin tucked. Inhale, open up the chest. Now separate the hands, cactus the arms, pull the elbows back, lift the chin and the gaze. And as you exhale, hug left arm over top of the right, grabbing onto opposite shoulders. Slight lift of the elbows so the sides of the waist are long. Breathing down both sides of the body and isometrically pulling the elbows apart to bring a stretch into the upper back. And we'll release back into that cactus arm position. Press the chest forward, pull the elbows and the shoulders back, lift the gaze. And this time as you exhale, hug yourself with the right elbow on top, grabbing onto opposite shoulders. Slight lift, slight energy through the elbows. Draw the navel in, keep the core strong. Breathe down the sides of the waist. Release your grip one last time, cactusing the arms out, projecting the heart forward. Reach the arms up and overhead this time. And then as you exhale, return your hands down to heart center. Sweep your legs over to one side and come to a kneeling position. Hands and knees on the floor, fingers spread wide on the mat. Maybe take a little rock as you orient yourself here, finding a soft bend in the elbows. And eventually landing with the shoulders over top of the wrists, hips over top of the knees, nice square tabletop position. As you exhale, tuck the tail under, round through the spine, and as you press down through the fingers, maybe you lift the wrists off the mat, finding your cat pose. Inhale, lower the wrists back down, pull the heart forward, drop the belly, lift the tail and the gaze up towards the sky. And again, exhale to round. Feel free to add in that tenting of the fingertips if that feels good. And inhale, drop the palms flat, thread the heart forward, lift the tailbone and the gaze. Again, exhaling to round, press down through the fingers, strong through the wrists. Inhale, find this round-bellied cow pose shape, threading the heart between the shoulders, and make your way back to a neutral spine position. Imagine you're pressing a wall away with both hands as you tuck your toes under behind you and lift the knees just a tiny bit off the mat, starting to strengthen through the core, feeling this in the quads and shoulders as well. Really important to keep pressing down through the hands and keep your gaze on the mat between your thumbs so your neck stays in a comfy position. For a little extra challenge, keep your left knee hovering, extend your right leg back behind you, strong flexion through the right toes, balance here, and then lower the right toes down, other side, extend the left leg back behind you, careful not to let the belly sag down towards the earth, return, left toes tuck under, and then we'll peel the tailbone back and up, guiding our way into our first Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Meet this first downward dog with a nice, big, healthy breath in through the full body. Exhale, simply let the head hang. Inhale energy through the right leg as you sweep your right toes up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale to bend the right knee, contract through the core as you shift forward and step the right foot through between the hands. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, turn the palms forward, cactus the arms, slight back bend as you lift the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Cross your left elbow over the right and find eagle arms or grab onto opposite shoulders. Pull the elbows forward and up, reach through the fingertips, lean the shoulders back, a little bit of a backward bend. Exhale to unwind the arms, lower your hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, take a little rock until you can step your left foot up into a forward fold. Surrender the head down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins, crown pulls forward. Exhale to fold, soften through the knees, tuck your chin and slowly ripple the spine up to standing, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhale to squeeze the glutes and find this energizing cactus shape in the upper body again. And inhale like you're rebounding, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees and surrender all the way down to Uttanasana, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift to find some length across the spine. Plant your hands, step back to high plank position. Bend your knees just slightly and pull the hips back and up, returning to downward dog, right where we came from. Same rhythm on the other side. Inhale to sweep the left toes high, three-legged dog. Squeeze the navel in as you pull the left knee forward. Step your left foot down between the hands. Lower your back knee. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Cactus arms. Even lift the gaze. Inhale to sweep the arms forward, this time stacking right elbow on top of the left. Eagle arms or the modification. And then as you reach the fingertips high, imagine you're trying to pull the elbows apart but moving the shoulders back. Keep squeezing the glutes, hugging the inner thighs together. Find your balance. And then unwind the arms. Plant your hands to frame the front foot. Lift your back knee with the toes tucked under. Take a little rock until you have the momentum to step your right foot forward beside the left. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the hip creases, fold and drop the head. Tuck your chin, slowly rise all the way up, stacking one vertebra of the spine on top of the next. Reaching the arms high at the top. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze forward. And exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Place your hands on your hips like you're power posing and step your right foot to the back of the mat, turning all 10 toes to face in the same direction. So the feet are parallel or even slightly pigeon-toed, with the big toes facing in. Little bend in the knees. We'll take a big inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale, lean your chest forward like your heart is leading the way as you fold all the way down, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale to lift up halfway, shoulders over the wrists. Place your right hand down right in the center of the long edge of the mat, and then spiral the chest open towards the front as you reach the left fingertips up. And imagine you're creating a straight line from the left fingertips all the way down to the right. Keep pulling the sits bones back behind you. Return your left hand to the floor. We're going to spin the left toes towards the top of the mat. Back foot stays grounded as you walk the hands forward, and then windmill the arms up. Warrior 2. Deep lunge in the left knee. Inhale, reach your left hand back and up, right hand down the outside of the right thigh, reverse warrior. Exhale, returning to your warrior 2, shoulders strong on the back. 2 more times. Inhale, reverse, opening up, lengthening through the left side body. Exhale, warrior 2, shoulders stacked over the hips. Last one. Inhale, reach it back, expanding left side. Keep the lunge in your left knee. And exhale, this time we'll cartwheel the hands back down on either side of the left foot. And then walk your hands back towards the center of the mat. So we're coming back to this wide-legged forward fold, turning the left toes in as you approach the center. This time grounding through the left hand as you sweep the right arm up towards the sky, drawing the right shoulder blade onto your back, opening the chest right side. Imagine you're tractioning and lengthening through the spine as you pull the sits bones back behind you. And exhale to lower the right hand down, transitioning to warrior 2. Turn your right toes to the back of the mat, lunge into the right knee. You can walk the hands forward, and then left arm leads the way as you windmill the arms up. Virabhadrasana 2, shoulders strong on the back, palms face down. Flip your right palm up as you reverse your warrior, reaching back, left hand gently on the outside of the left thigh. Exhale, warrior 2, palms face down. Inhale, expand right side, keep a lunge in your right knee as you reach back. And exhale, warrior 2. Lower body stays the same the whole time. Last one. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, warrior 2. Land it here. Straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes back towards the long edge of the mat. Reach the arms overhead. And then heel toe your feet in so they're slightly wider than hip width, and return your hands down to heart center. Make sure toes are pointing out. Inhale, bend the knees, send the hips down, 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 sliding the elbows right in between the knees. Press down through the feet, squeeze the quads and the glutes as you rise back up to stand tall. If you're up for an extra challenge, reach the arms overhead, fingertips pull up with the arms straight as you lower back down to your squat. And exhale, strong press through the feet. Feel the strength of your legs to stand. 2 more. Inhale, sink it down, knees tracking over toes. Exhale, pull the front ribs down as you stand up nice and tall. Last time going through this full motion. Inhale, squat it down. Exhale, strength of the legs brings you back up. And now we're going to squat down all the way and hang out a little bit longer. So if your arms are extended overhead, return your hands down to heart center, softening just slightly through the shoulders. Right elbow stays inside of the right knee, but drop your fingertips down and spider crawl them over to the right. And then extend the left arm up in the opposite direction. Keep your palm facing forward, gaze up towards the left thumb. Think about energizing, opening across the chest. And exhale, return through center, palms touch, other side, left hand down, little spider crawl over to the left, and then reach your right arm up on a diagonal, gazing up towards the right thumb. Expand, open, energize across the chest. Remember, we're here for a fun, energizing practice. Again, returning through center, you can bring your palms to meet for a moment. And then one at a time, place your hands behind you and just gently lower yourself down to a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together with the knees open to the sides, preparing for Baddha Konasana. Grab onto the tops of your feet or the ankles, and as you inhale, lift and open through the chest. Exhale, heart leads the way in this one. Fold your chest down. You can allow the spine to round gently as you drop the forehead. Bring yourself back up on your inhale and just find a nice comfy cross-legged position, coming full circle to close off our practice. And take the deepest inhale you possibly can, fill up your lungs, and hold it at the top for just a moment. Keep the shoulders soft, and then we'll open the mouth and let the breath pour out. Again, inhale even deeper this time. Breathe all the way down to the belly button, all the way down to the pelvic floor. Hold it at the top like you're closing a valve. Open your mouth and let the breath pour out. Final round. Inhale and fill up. Hold it at the top for 3, 2, 1, and sigh it out audibly. Great work today. Bring your hands together to meet in Anjali Mudra at the center of your chest. A moment of gratitude for this time you've taken for yourself to do something so good for your body, your mind, and your spirit. I'll see you next time. Namaste.